Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is DragonHeart, the tokens deck that gets a little bit of help from some beefy dragon tokens that we can generate thanks to a powerful enchantment. We aim to load up the board with our token men while we ramp up and hold off the enemy, and when the time is right, we overrun the opponent with our tokens. We have ways to pump our token men, as well as several different ways of generating tokens. A few removals will help us stay alive, along with a little life gain, and a utility card will help us keep the pressure up well into the late game. We're playing a lot of small tokens, but we have the heart of a dragon. The case of the Uneaten feast is one way we have to gain life. Every token we generate will get us a life, and some cards we have generate multiple tokens. This will buy us a little bit of time while we build up our board and ramp up to be able to play out our big enchantment. Not on my watch is a powerful removal that can snipe any attacker for only 2 mana. In general, we should have plenty of tokens to block up any attackers, so we'll plan on using the removal for men that are particularly powerful or hard to deal with. Once they're gone, they'll be gone for good. We've got Dragon Fodder as the first of our token generators. For only 2 mana, we'll get a pair of 1/1 men. The mana investment is quite low, so if we need a pair of blockers, this could work in a pinch. But we'd like to save our token generators for when we have a Caretaker's talent on board. Cathartic Parting is a utility card that we can use to snipe opposing enchantments and artifacts. While we're busy ruining the opponent's board, we'll shuffle back in any removals or token-generating cards we've used to draw them again and keep the engine turning. Caretaker's talent is a critical piece of the puzzle. It has multiple functions, but the most important is card draw. Drawing extra cards will let us continue to find more ways to generate tokens. And if we stall, we can pay 1 white mana to copy a token we already have. The level 3 ability gives our token men a boost that can take our 1/1 men from annoying to lethal attackers. Hop to It is another token generating card that gives us 3 token rabbits for the price of 3 mana. If the opponent is slow on playing out defenders, a couple of hops might be all we need to reduce their life total down low enough that 1/1 men could be lethal. We're using Split Up to take out opposing men if we end up falling behind somehow. It gives us the flexibility to take out the men we want gone, while possibly saving our own. At only 3 mana, we can fire this off early to save ourselves some pain, especially if the opponent has overextended. We're playing Ancient Cornucopia for its ramp and life gain. It's a great artifact that can gain us plenty of life over the course of a game and help us survive into the late game. Not only does it ramp us, but it also helps color fixing as well. With a 3-color deck, we'll need all the help we can get. We'll be using Circuitous Route to ramp us as well as help color fix. This will let us grab a pair of basic lands right out of the deck and put them in play. As with a lot of our cards, this is a sorcery, so it will trigger the Rite even when we no longer need the ramp. The amazing enchantment, Rite of the Dragoncaller, will generate a dragon token with every instant and sorcery we fire off. We're loaded with cards to trigger the Rite and take advantage of the dragons it will generate. For lands, we're playing 2 Mirrex, the token-generating land that can be tapped for any color the turn we play it, 2 Fountainport, another token-generating land that also gives us card draw if we sacrifice a token, 4 Lush Portico, the Celestia Surveil land, 4 Hushwood Verge, the forest that becomes a dual when we have a forest or plains in play, 4 Forest, 4 Mountain, and 4 Plains. Playing the deck is fairly easy, as the goal is to ramp towards being able to play out a dragon-generating Rite. Ramp when you can and use removals as needed to keep the opponent's strongest men off the board. Card draw is extra critical for our success, so prioritize Caretaker's talent and take advantage of drawing extra cards as soon as possible. Use small tokens as blockers, but try to keep as many of them as you can while getting a Caretaker's talent to level 3. Once our tokens are pumped, they are a stronger fighting force. Once we have a Rite in play, our dragons should be able to seal the deal. 1 Rite is strong, but getting 2 in play with plenty of ammo to fire off is devastating. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Gil Salad. No wait, it's Gil Gal Lad in room 66. We get a 3-lander to kick things off with a removal, a talent, some ramp, and one of our rights. This looks good. Keep your pants on. They play out a case of the Uneaten Feast. Looks like we're both on the life gain plan. Hopefully they're not on the drain and gain combo. Our Surveil land shows us a split up on top. We'll keep it. They're clearly going to be playing men since they played the case. And now they drop a Sanctifier to up the amount of life gain. Whichever way this goes, the game might end up going long. We'll go with our Cornucopia. It's life gain as well as ramp, and we'll be a step closer to playing out our Rite. Start calling up the dragons. They play out a Pride Mate, and it immediately gets counters from the double life gain. It's likely we'll have to use our single removal on it, as it could get pretty big quickly. We draw our own case, but this turn we have to go with the talent. We'll leave the mana open for our removal. The case can wait for a later turn. They play out an Exemplar of Light, a deadly angel that doubles as card draw whenever they gain life. Luckily for us, we have a Cornucopia. They send in the Pride Mate, but we've got our removal at the ready. Pack your kitty litter, bro. You're going to Belize. We drew some Dragon Fodder, but what we need is to take out the Exemplar of Chicken. It's card draw for them, as well as a growing threat that could hurt us and our chances. Let's play out our case, and on our next turn, we can get fodder on board as well as some extra life. They play out another case, so they'll be gaining even more life. Lucky for us, we have a Cornucopia. They play out another angel. This particular chicken is resplendent. That means it farts golden air that smells like mint. A parting is all right, but this turn goes to the fodder first. Let's see what we draw. We get a Mirrex, which is fine. We can use it later on during their turn to get extra draws from the talent. We could snipe one of their cases, but let's hold off on that for now. We'll generate a token during their turn to get another draw. It's another angel coming in on their side, and that's more life they'll gain as well. Lucky for us, we have a Cornucopia. And an Essence Channeler. That's pretty much the last thing we wanted to see. Let's make a token and get a draw along with a bit of life. We get another Cornucopia, which might help, but their numbers are getting way out of hand. A removal or another sweeper would have been nice. We've got to be able to block their flying turkeys, so we'll go with a Rite this time around. After this turn, we'll be able to start generating dragon tokens, and we can defend against their flyers. They get another Exemplar, and of course, why not? Their Air Force is looking pretty sturdy. We'll want to get cracking on making dragon tokens to stop the bleeding. That's only 20 damages coming in. No big deal. We'll go ahead and block 11 of it. We draw another talent, and we'll play it out. Every token we get now is double card draw, and that might give us the chance we need to draw into more ammo. Now we'll fire off the parting and take out one of their cases, and we'll shuffle back in the cards we've used up to this point. With the mana we have left, we can use that to level up a talent and copy our dragon token. Double dragon for their scary-looking chicken board. They get yet another exemplar, and this is looking so bad, I'm not sure how we win from this position. They send in their big guns but make the mistake of sending in an exemplar. As big as it is, we can take it down by double blocking with our dragons. On the bright side, we do have a cornucopia. Amazing, that is a game-saving draw right there. Let's fire off the split up. It looks like we should go with the untapped men. That would take out the majority of their air force. Wipe out most of the board and draw 2 for only 3 mana. I like it. They have the channeler and only 1 flying chicken left. The rest were deep fried and served at KFC with a side of gravy. And we'll fire off our hop to it. That way we have a blocker for their enormous channeler. We've got a removal with the channeler's name on it, but that will have to wait for next time. This time around, we chump. We have more fodder on top, thanks to our surveil land. We'll play out our second cornucopia, then send in our dragons. It's time to return fire. They sacrifice their case to be able to play their chickens from the grave. We get to fry them a second time. Of course, it's the exemplar they play out. Those grow with every point of life they gain and get pretty big quickly. They send their men, so we'll spring the trap. The channeler gets a free trip to Belize for free. Pack your feathers up, bro. It's time to get gone. Oh, that's how we win. Okay then, GG's, bro. This is your anus. No, wait, it can't be it's oral nose. Yeah, that's it. We get a 3-lander with a couple of token cards that make our deck tick and a split up in case they get out of hand. The ramp is solid once we can fire it off. Keep. Our Surveil land shows us another route on top, and we will be going ramping this game. A ramping we will go. They like their free booty, which is all well and good. Some people have to pay for it. Wait, is this 1/1 men tribal? You're loaded with power, bro. Are they taking an unexpected nap? Are they dropping a couple of friends off at the pool? Are they scratching an itch on their backside? We'll play out the talent this turn. That way we'll get a free draw when we play hop to it. Vlad the Impaler joins their team, so they aren't loaded with 1/1 men only. I don't know how to feel about this sudden turn of events. We draw a case, which will definitely come in handy. With blockers up, we'll have to see if they send any of their men in. To my shock, they send everyone. Their entire board is turned sideways. There is no holding back, no holds barred, no free booty held in reserve. In that case, we'll take the damages. All of them. All tapped men can dig their own holes. Get gone, ladies. Even the free booty have to pay the price. Sometimes you get free booty, and sometimes you have to pay. A bandit's talent? This late in the game, bro? Even after we have a caretaker's talent drawing us cards? You don't have any other plays? We draw a Rite, and we could use the route to fetch out a pair of mountains. That way, we could play it out on our next turn. But let's take the caretaker's talent to level 3 instead. Our rabbits are much more dangerous this way, and we can end the game unless they get loads of removals. They use a removal so only 9 damages will get through. What on earth did they keep when they used the scry from their free booty? They kept something twice, but nothing they've played was worth keeping. It must have been the removal. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This is Haru. Bro, have you changed your cat litter recently? What's that smell? We start this one off with a 3-lander that's got a talent, some life gain, and a way to make tokens. We even have a selective sweeper just in case. Keep your pants on. Are we locked onto the opponents who are determined to gain life somehow? Our Surveil land shows us another Surveil land on top. That's fine, this early we need some lands. They get a Channeler, and this is starting to look a lot like the first game. We'll Surveil again, and that is a Rite waiting for us. Eventually we'll be able to play it out. For now, we'll drop the case. They get an Innocence, and that is likely going to draw them into more men, which means never-ending pressure. I should have wore Depends. The question is, play out the talent now and take the hits, or fire off the hop to it to get blockers. We're still at 14 life, so we have another turn or two before it becomes critical. Let's go with the talent, and at least get an extra draw when we get tokens in play.
The bonds I build are unbreakable.
They go for an Ajani, then use it to pump up one of their men. They do us the favor of turning all their men sideways. Thank you, bro. Good looking out. We'll take the opportunity and crush their board. The Innocence will get to come back as an enchantment, but that will do it for their men. Ajani has nobody to pump now. He's over in the corner crying into his pillow. It's token time, bro. The rabbits want to come over and lightly tap you on the cheek. We'll go ahead and take the talent to level 2 and make a copy of one of our tokens. Poor Ajani. His pillow got so wet he had to get a different one. Maybe he'll feel better if we change his cat litter. We've got the mana to fire off the fodder and still be able to take our talent to level 3. Then we can get in there for damages. Ajani is getting sent to the shelter where you can go and adopt him for a price. First come, first serve. Nice draws, bro. Probably shouldn't have dropped all your men in the first 3 turns. Oopsie poopsie. We'll play out the Rite and then go in for hits. Unless they get a way to deal with our token men, it's going to be GG's. A land is definitely not a sweeper. Get out of town, Charlie Brown. This is Wolfgang Puck. No, wait, it's Wolfie Gear 90. Are you wearing your sexy pants, bro? We get an oddball 3-lander with a talent, a fodder, and a case. The parting won't see action unless we draw some green soon. Keep. They play out a Skeleton-y, so this might be the Mighty Skeletor deck then? You know how we do. We have to make sure we get our card draw for generating tokens, so we'll land the talent now and reap the rewards later. Ouch. That's more pain than I would have wanted to take. The Skeleton-y got a buddy, and we'll want to do something about the pair of bony friends. I don't know if skeletons need to pack their bags, but these ones are about to. Get gone, girls. Let's make our first pair of tokens, then we can make a copy of one. Going up to level 3 next time gives us plenty of pain on board. They sniped our talent. For once, our opponent seems to know what they're doing. Good job, Wolfie. They've reduced their board to 0. Seems odd unless they got a sweeper with their tutor. We'll play out our hop to it and get 3 more men on our side. If they did get a sweeper, we'll be toast. They snipe our case, but their life total is going in the wrong direction. They cut themselves down to a 2-turn clock. Thanks, bro. They get their skeleton-y, bro, but then don't send it. Saving it to block. Smart move, bro. We'll snipe their skeleton generator and send it back into their deck. Let's shuffle up some of our ammo back in as well. Sure, they can block 1, but we can generate a fish token to replace it at the end of their turn. Their sexy pants were on too tight, and the Skeletor army never materialized. GG's, bro. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.